All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to call to order the City of Green Acres Code Enforcement Hearing. It's March 27th, and by Verizon's time, it's 3:01 p.m. My name is Amity Barnard. I'm the Special Magistrate for today's hearing. I think most, if not all, the cases on the agenda are violation hearings. For those and for fine assessment hearings, which I don't think there are any, a bit about process. So typically the city calls the cases in the order that they appear on the agenda. When you hear your case called, the city code officer will come to the podium to my left here. They will present the city's case, call any witnesses the city intends to call, present me with some documents. Once the city has put on its case, you will then come to the same podium over here to my left, present any evidence, any testimony you have, cross-examine any witnesses that the city has put on. And at the end of that, I will make a final ruling, and you'll get a copy of that ruling before you leave today. First thing I'm going to do is, if you're here to speak on any items on today's agenda, I'm going to swear everybody in at the same time. So if you would stand and raise your right hands for me. If you're here for any item, stand up if you're able and raise your right hands. Do you all swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. And with that, I'll turn it to the city to call its first case.
The first case we will hear is on the agenda. The first case we will hear is on the agenda, item number 1, case number 10-23-10004, Leslie Weintraub, 6367 Summer Sky Lane. And this case will be presented by me, Candy Tejeda. This property was first cited on October 19th by me. This case is about a beehive in the rear of the property affecting neighboring properties. I have submitted a package for evidence. Items included are proof of ownership, papas, proof of service for notice of violation dated December 29, 2023, mailed certified mail, proof of service for a request to appear dated February 28, 2024, and that was also mailed certified mail. Photos included. The property owner is in a facility for over 6 months, and the city would like to go in on the property to verify the violation, have it cleaned up.
All right, so I see a photo here, and you have circled something. Can you explain to me what
It's
that's?
a humongous beehive.
So that brown portion that's sticking up is the hive
And
itself?
like the wood is a little teeny bit rotted from them, and they hide in there.
Okay. Did this come, let's see what this email says. This came by way of complaint, I'm assuming,
Yes,
from the neighbor? And no communication from respondent?
No.
Okay. So the city today is asking for abatement, is that right?
Yes.
Authorization to abate?
Yes,
Okay.
since we haven't heard anything from the property owner, we'd like to get the order to include the right to go on the property and have the beehive abated, and then assess the cost as part of the lien, assuming it's brought into compliance by the city.
Will you bring that back to fine assessment hearing, or just do that all through today's order? Just have today's order reflect any abatement costs? Okay. Are you asking for the respondent to have some short amount of time, or just immediate abatement?
I think some short amount of time.
Sure.
What do you think? 10 days?
About 15, because we have to call somebody.
15 days?
Yeah.
For abatement by the property owner, and then if not, right for the city to go on and abate the property.
Okay.
The property appears vacant.
Mm-hmm. The property's vacant. I think she's in a home or something. That's what the neighbor told me.
Okay. Are there any administrative fees that the city typically charges for abatement? Or is it just strictly you assess the cost of whoever you call to remove? Okay. All right, and to the code officer, you cited this as violations of section 7-427A and B.
Yes,
Is it your testimony that those violations represent a health, safety, welfare violation?
yes, for the
Okay.
neighbors. Mhm.
Is any respondent present for this case? All right, for the record, the respondent is not present. Anything further from the city?
No.
All right, in case 10-23-10004, I'll enter the city's evidentiary case file as composite exhibit 1. Without objection, I've noted for the record that the respondent is not present. I'll find based on the testimony of city staff as well as the documentation for the notice of violation and the notice of hearing, which includes signed certified mailings, that the city had good service for today's hearing. I'll find based on the testimony of the city code officer as well as the photographs and documents in the case file that the respondent's in violation of sections 7-427A and B, and that those violations represent a health, safety, welfare violation due to the infestation of bees on the property. I'll require respondents to comply with those code sections within 15 days. In the event of noncompliance, I'll authorize the city to abate the violations, to remedy the health, safety, welfare violation, and I'll award the city any abatement costs that are necessary to remove the hive and record that as part of the lien.
The next case we will hear is item number 2, case number 10-23-9980, William Cespedes, 4727 Gladiator Circle, and this case will be presented by Officer Bernal.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Code Enforcement Officer Jerry Bernal here for the City of Green Acres. This property was first cited by me on August 8th of 2023 no, it wasn't cited by a previous code officer. This case is about a box truck parked at the property. I've submitted a package for evidence. Items included proof of ownership from the property appraiser's office, proof of service for notice of violation dated October 3rd, 23, posted, affidavit of postings in the file, proof of service for request to appear on February 28, 2024, posted on the property, and affidavit of postings in the file, and photos are included.
All right, so the photograph that I'm looking at of the white truck, that's
Yeah.
prohibited under the city code, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. It's behind the, I guess it moves back and forth from in front of and behind the fence.
Originally was, now it's behind, yes.
And is there any distinction in the city's code as it relates to whether it's in front of or behind the fence, or is it a violation either way?
Commercial vehicle, so
Okay.
it's not allowed.
Okay. There's no screening provision. I didn't see anything in what's in your notice, but I just wanted to be sure. Is the respondent present for this case?
Yes.
You're here, sir? Okay, very good. Can you come to the podium and give me your name, sir?
Good afternoon. My name is William Cespedes.
Okay, first thing I'm going to do is ask the city attorney to show you the case file that the city would like to enter into the record. Thank you. If you can take a look at those documents that she's going to show you, and at the end let me know if you have any objection to those documents being entered.
one. Correct. Correct. That is correct. Correct.
Any objection to those documents being entered, sir?
Yes.
Yes, you have objection, or no, you have no objection? You're okay with the documents being entered?
No,
Okay, so no objection. Okay, very good. And I guess before I turn it over to the respondent, let me hear what the city's requesting in terms of remedy in this case.
$50 a day, 30 days, or if he needs 45 days to remove the vehicle, the truck.
And I guess let me ask you, while I have you, so your code description has a couple of different things that make the vehicle not allowed by code. Is there any one in particular, or do all of these apply in terms of weight, length, height?
I can help you if you let me, and I
Go
can
ahead.
also. Yeah, I have the code in here. He actually, the officer showed me yesterday,
Okay,
and my truck is not a commercial. It's under. I got picture right here. It's under commercial. I'm not in commercial. It's you know the number the Y and the side and the toe. I am under. I
Okay.
got picture right here that I just took it today before I come here to show if any.
and what does the picture show?
I'm sorry?
What does the pictures that you have show?
The picture show is no, I see the length and the height. It's not a commercial. It's
Okay.
it's a van. It's a van. It's a van with a box in the back, but it's not. The city ordinance.
Okay,
I
let
have
me-
the city ordinance right here,
Yep,
and I can show you to you.
I have
And
it here in front of me too.
You do, okay.
Yep, I do.
And I can show you the proof. It's not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
And also, I want to ask you something that I don't know, because I've been through this before, and that should have been in record. I remember I was here.
You've been
and
in code enforcement here before?
for that,
Okay.
and at that time it was Inspector Dan. Dan, that was his name.
His name was what?
Dan, if I'm not mistaken, Inspector Dan, D-A-N, Dan, like Danny.
Okay,
And I come over here and I met with Dan and the chief at that time, and I showed that proof, so I thought that was in file. So that's why I don't understand. I have to come over here today, lose my time of work, and for something that I've already been happened before, you understand? Plus I'm allowed to put it in the front because I'm not over the limit. But I also was kind and put it in behind the fence to try to show the people that I'm working with it. I don't have no problem to work with the city.
so let me ask you to pause there. Let me ask the city, you also have cited him for inoperative or unlicensed motor vehicle. Is the truck licensed and registered? So that's complied, that's a different vehicle, okay. So strictly, we're talking about the prohibited vehicle. All right, sir, I guess if you could show the city attorney whatever photograph that you have there that you'd like to enter.
Over here, sir.
Whatever I want to see it. You see the one, that's the height. Let me show you more. That's the height. See the height, the top of the vehicle, you see the sky, right?
Okay, so how?
Okay, I show you right now. 117, this is 10 feet right here, 120. You see 120 right there? That's that 10 feet. And I'm under 10 feet right there.
Okay. Do you have?
That's the height, and let me show you the how do you call that?
The length.
I'll show you right now.
It should be inside the front door of the truck, too.
Right
Inside-
here.
Inside the door.
270, okay, here's it's 26 feet, the maximum, 26, And I wondered that you can look if you want.
It's right here, 26 feet.
And look, this is 22. You see that 22 feet? You see 22, 240, 264. That's 22 feet. And I use over 22. If you cannot, I'm over 22. And you allow 26.
Okay.
That's the.
What about the weight in the rating?
What is the rating?
So
The weight is still on there. I
the weight is in excess of
no, it's not 11.
pounds,
I got.
or a rating of over 1 ton?
No, it is not 1 ton, not ton. So I don't have the title with me today. I'm no problem to come back with the title
That
and
would be
show
great.
you. And it is compliant with that too. Unfortunately, I was working in Jupiter. I lost 3 hours on my job today to come over here. That's why I want to ask the city, how can we fix that? Because later, this hard people working here got changed, somebody else come back, then I have to come back again, like what happened when I.
You can go
left.
back to the podium, sir.
Yeah, go back to the podium, thank you, sir, so that the recording picks you up.
Thank you, I'm sorry about that.
So the photos that you showed the city attorney, can I see those? They show that it's under 10 feet? Let me see your phone, what you showed her.
Yeah, show her.
Okay, which one you wanna see first, the height or the length?
Either one.
Okay, let's see. Okay, you see the two, oh, come on.
268, how many, what's that in?
That's under 24 feet,
Okay,
That's
268,
on the 24 feet, and you're allowed to be 26.
right, and what's the
That-
height?
Yeah, I'll show you right here. I'm on 1.7, let me see, 1, hold on a second, sorry, that was 1 video. Okay, 120 is 10 feet, 120 is 10 feet, and I am you can see, I don't know if you can see better than me right there, 117. 117.
118, yeah, what is that
What-
line? Is
that's
that the back of the
inches.
truck?
Yeah,
Right.
that's the top,
The top of
the
the
height of the truck,
okay.
yeah. An inch is 120 is 10 feet.
Right.
So I'm a 118. And I can show you the bottom too, that I took a picture straight.
All right, do me a favor, go back to the podium for me. Thank you.
One suggestion would be, why don't we, it looks like the truck that he has may comply with the city's code, so would it be possible just to continue this case, let our inspector work with the property owner to go out and figure out if the truck does comply? If it complies, we'll close out the case and make note of it, so we don't bring you back here. If it doesn't comply,
That's the more important right there.
we'll either come forward with another hearing or give him further time to comply.
That sounds perfect. You in agreement with that, sir?
That's so
Okay.
perfect to me. I don't have no problem.
Do you have his contact? Okay, so you guys can work together to figure out if it works with the right size.
No, I don't have no problem with that. But please, help me out. That way I don't have to took another 3 hours to come in here and give these people a hard time. You know, I don't want they think I am.
So I'm going to ask you a favor. I'm going to do what the city's requesting because I think it's in your best interest. I think if there's no question that the length and the height are code compliant. The question is with regard to the weight and
I
the
will
classification. So make sure, don't come back to the next month's hearing and have the code officer say that you didn't talk to him or you didn't let him look at the van or the truck. So make sure you work with him so that you
Yeah.
can come back to the next hearing and there's no issue. Anything further from you, sir?
From me? No, thank you.
Okay, anything further from the city?
No.
All right, so with that, in case 10-23-9980, I'm not going to enter the city's case file today. I'm just going to find, based on the affidavits of posting, that there's good service for today's hearing, and I'm going to reset this for violation hearing at the next hearing, which is April.
With Keith or you want with you? I prefer with you because you already know him. You already know.
Are you, if you're okay with that, that's
Yes.
fine.
May 29th. Mhm.
So May 29, okay. So I'll reset this. Sir, you got that date? Mr. Cespedes? May 29th is going to be the next hearing. If you work it out with the code officer, then no. But make sure you have something in writing from code that
No,
says you're good.
Yeah, I would contact with him and make appointment or something. And,
Very good.
Yeah, I love the city, but I don't have time to come.
I understand that, sir.
I'm.
You're a working man, I get it.
I support my son, my mother, my mom, my dad, so I have to work all day. So
Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, sir.
We'll mail you something in the mail. Bye-bye. The next case we will hear is item number 3, case number 10-239985, Thomas A. Kowales Senior, 448 Perry Avenue. And this case will be presented by Officer Burnell.
Okay, good afternoon, Jerry Burnell, Code Enforcement Officer for the City of Green Acres. This property was first cited by me on August 22nd, 2023, and this case is about the exterior of the house deteriorating and needs paint. There's also an inoperable trailer and vehicles parked over the sidewalk. I submitted a package for evidence that includes proof of ownership through the property appraiser's office, proof of service for notice of violation dated October 4, 23, which was sent by certified mail. Proof of service for request to appear was dated March the 4th, 2024, and posted. Affidavit of postings are on file and photos are included.
Did you say you have an affidavit of posting for the notice of violation?
Yes.
What's the date of that? Do you have that? Oh, they may be able to do it this way. Hold on.
Maybe it was the 4th of March.
Did you bring your folders?
Oh, yeah, of course. Here it is.
You said for the
It's
annals?
dated March
Yeah.
22nd.
March 22nd, okay. All right, and in the photographs I'm looking at, it looks to be the walls, is that,
Yeah, the outside walls.
okay. And the vehicle, which vehicle is it?
We have a truck that...
It's the truck,
The
the
truck and the trailer,
Oh, I see,
actually.
it's got flat tire.
Yeah.
Okay. And what are you seeking today in terms of remedy?
$50 a day, 30 days.
Is the respondent present for this case? Yes. Okay, very good. Can you come to the podium? Yeah, were you here when I swore people in? Okay. Yeah, go ahead and raise your right hand for me. Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you, sir. You can come to the podium and give me your name, please.
Good afternoon. Thomas Colwise Jr. So I'm going to be working with my dad. I'll have the truck and the truck removed. I'm going to try to get the trailer dismantled as well. If you can give us 30 to 60 days, I'm going to be paying for the house. So if you can give me 30, 60 days to come up with the finances on my end, I'll make sure that the house is fixed. That's the house that I grew up in. I know that my parents have lived there since 1984. And since my mom passed away, my dad has had a really rough time with keeping up the house and keeping up with finances as well. In fact, I just found out about this notice as I was leaving school. I'm a dean of students. So he was telling me he was coming to a hearing, and I'm like, well, I'll come with you. So
What is your name, sir?
Thomas Colwise Jr.
Junior.
So I'll have the truck removed this weekend. I will reach out to a salvage company to get the trailer removed. If not, I'll dismantle it. And if you could give me 30 to 60 days, because I know that's probably going to be anywhere upwards of 10 grand to get that house fixed. If you can give me 30, 60 days to come up with that money, it'd be greatly appreciated.
Your the city would be open to give them 90 days. It sounds like it's gonna be some work.
The house, yeah, the truck and the trailer are pretty easy, but the house, I agree, that's a little bit more of a
Yeah,
lift there.
I was working to get the truck. We had a guy that was going to buy it, but that fell through. He was going to buy it for like $500. So I don't know, you see all these signs all over the place for junk removal. So I'm going to reach out to some, even if it's, I mean, they want it for free, they can take it.
Okay. And just make sure that you communicate with the city, because I expect you're gonna need some permits for whatever you're doing to the house,
Yeah,
to restore the house,
Yeah, I'm
so,
going to hire a contractor. So I'll
yeah,
let
make
that-
sure you don't end up back here for another problem and trying to
yeah,
fix
which I'll
it.
probably find out 30 minutes before the hearing. So.
All right, let me ask, before I make a ruling, let me ask the city attorney to show him the documents. Thank you. She's going to show you the evidentiary case file that the city would like to enter. Just let me know if you have any objection.
Okay. Yeah, it's the same as this one, right?
This is the notice of today's hearing. This is the original that you're presenting notice first.
Okay. Yeah, that's this side. Yeah.
Yeah, the photographs of the property presented showing vehicles.
Gotcha. No objections.
Thank you, sir. With that, I'll admit in case 10-23-9985, the city's evidentiary case file without objection as composite exhibit 1. And let me just verify service. All right, sir, anything else you'd like me to hear?
Nope.
All right, anything else from the city?
No.
All right, with that, I'll find based on the documents entered into the case file, which include the certified mail returned, as well as affidavits of posting, I'll find that the city has good service for today's hearing. I'll find based on the photographs in the case, the case file and the testimony of the city's code officer that the respondents are in violation of section 7-423C, 14-28C1C, 14-28B1B, and I'll require respondents to comply within 90 days, or a fine of $50 a day will be assessed for each day thereafter. Keep in touch with the city as you proceed. Just let her know if when you get close to 90 days, that should be more than enough time. And once you get a building permit, I presume he's operating under that to get the restoration work done. But if you run into trouble, just make sure you communicate with code.
Yeah, I shouldn't.
Okay, very good. Best of luck to you, sir. Thank you.
The next case we will hear is item number 4, case number 12-23-10107. Jeannie Esteverni and Luxine Celestine, 4728 Chariot Circle, and this case will be presented by Officer Burnell.
Okay, Jerry Burnell, Code Enforcement Officer for the City of Green Acres. This property was first cited on December 28, 2023 by me. And this case is about artificial turf in front of the property. I've submitted a package for evidence. The items included are proof of ownership from the property appraiser's office, proof of service for notice of violation dated December 27, 2023, and was posted, affidavit of postings in the file, and proof of service for request to appear dated March 4, 2024, which mailed, certified, and photos are included.
Is the driveway and walkway, is that complied? No, so that, everything's outstanding.
Correct.
And this, what's the city's artificial turf is prohibited everywhere? Is that how I'm reading the
That's
code?
correct.
Yes.
Okay. And when I'm looking at this photo, the grass that's on the inner side of the sidewalk toward the house, that's the artificial?
Yeah, I think the last picture you may see is that they rolled it up.
Oh, I see the black,
Not all the
okay.
way. It's still there.
Okay,
I think they're going to roll it back.
okay. And the driveway, can you just tell me what about the driveway is a violation?
Potholes that need
Okay.
to be fixed.
And what's the city seeking in terms of remedy?
$50 a day, 30 days?
Is the respondent present for this case?
No.
For the record, the respondent is not present. Any communication from the respondent?
No.
Okay. All right, anything further from the city?
No.
All right, in case 12-23-10107, I've noted that the record is not present, that the respondent is not present. I'll enter the city's evidentiary case file as composite exhibit 1 without objection. I'll find based on the documents in the case file, which include affidavits of posting and signed certified mailings, that the city had good service for today's hearing. I'll find based on the photographs in the case file and the testimony of the city code officer that the respondents in violation or are in violation of section 16-1245A and 7-412. And I'll require respondents to comply within 30 days, or a $50 a day fine will be assessed for each day thereafter.
The next case we will hear is, case number, item number 5, case number 124101118, Gilberto and Consuelo Escamilla, 6189 Lakemont Circle, and this case will be presented by me. And this case is about a rear patio that is being constructed without a permit and inspections. Have submitted a package for evidence, proof of ownership, papas, proof of service for notice of violation dated January 22nd, 2024, mailed certified mail, proof of service for request to appear dated February 14th, mailed certified mail, photos included. This is the stipulation, it's already there.
All right, so on the photos I'm looking at, the first photo, it appears there's wood framing. Is that, that's what I'm looking at?
Yes,
The roof eave, that's part of the structure, right?
it looks like it.
Okay. And then the second photo, what am I looking at there?
It's just the same thing, it's just like a different view.
Okay.
I think they're trying to take it down, but you could still see the wood all around there, and they need to pick up that trash, it's gonna be cited for that too.
Okay. Oh, I see, it's the same vertical beams, and that white, whatever that white thing is covering potentially the
looks like
slats.
wood or
Yeah,
something.
okay.
Maybe plywood.
Okay, what is the city seeking in this case?
$50 a day, 30 days.
Is the respondent present?
His sister's here for him.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Come to the podium and give me your name, please.
My name is Luz Virginia Escamilla. I am Gilberto's sister.
Okay, thank you. And he knows you're here today on his behalf?
Yes, he's sick. He's the old man.
Okay.
79, 80 years old, and has diabetes, pressure, it's disgusting, and he can't do nothing.
So you get the pleasure of coming to his code enforcement
Yeah,
hearing.
I'm sorry for my English. It's not my native language. I try to explain.
Okay.
I don't know. I need help with her, or you want I.
You're doing good.
Yeah, you're doing fine.
Thank you so much.
You're doing fine. Let me ask the city attorney to show you these documents. Let's start with the easy part, which is the documents, and then we'll talk about the hard part, which is what you're doing. So she's going to show you some documents. Let me know if you have any objection to those being entered.
But he tried to find the constructor or the person making the plan because his one is close to the porch.
Okay, that's what the information will be.
Ah, okay.
So this shows what, this shows that this is the notice to appeal critical hearing.
Is this? I do this right.
Yeah, I think right there.
Yeah.
And then we also give the colors in them. It's separate from the documents.
You want to close this because this and this is ready, but this with a screen.
Just tell him naturally, and then if he
Yes.
fix the issue.
Now we are involved and I'm going to help him. Thank you.
So any objection to those documents being entered?
No,
Okay, very good. So you've heard what the city is saying. They're saying in the photographs show that there's maybe an enclosure of a patio or something that's trying to be done?
porch.
The porch, okay.
The happen is the rats coming into the porch, and he repair the screen and then doing again because in the back is the lake, and you know that animals living in the free. Yeah. And he's thinking it's better close with the wall and keeping the door and make window, but he don't thinking he need.
Permits. Okay. So is he wanting to keep it and get it permit, or is he wanting to take it down?
He want to take the permit for
Okay.
doing that and make the plans, what he want to doing and bringing and take the permit and doing everything step by step. And now we are involved and we are going to help him.
Okay. Do you have a contractor?
He tried to find someone, but he don't find one because he needs somebody speak Spanish for explain him what is, It's, but we are trying now to find somebody to help him.
Okay.
And take the permit and doing the things in the right way and the things the city tell us what he can to do.
How much time do you think you need to get a permit?
He has almost a month or a little more to find something, and I think it's maybe 3 months. It's too much.
Yeah, 3 months might be a little. I'm willing to give you 60 days. Do you think you can get it done in 60 days?
Okay, we
Yeah,
are
start
trying.
now, because
Yeah, we
the
are-
reason I'm not going to give you 90 is because we're getting ready to round the bend here to hurricane season again. So you don't want to have unpermitted work that's partially completed in the event that we get a hurricane. That's going to be a problem for you and potentially your neighbors. So I think 30 days is a little bit quick for you to get that done, but I'll give you 60 days to do it.
Okay, I would like to ask you something. You let me know if it's possible or no. He's the owner of the house, and the house is single house. he can take the permit in his name and doing with, because one friend work in construction, and he say, I help you to do it.
It's
You ask-
homestead, so he could do owner builder, right? But he's still got to have plans. You can, because it's homestead property, you can pull an owner builder, or he can pull it. You can do it on his behalf and have him sign as an owner builder. But the city is still going to require you to have the drawings, whatever engineering is required, all of that stuff.
We have found some engineer made the plans.
Okay.
For doing that, and after bringing the plans here for approve, or what is the?
Well, first you have to apply for the permit, and they will tell you what you need. I
okay.
don't know what you need, so I don't want to give you the wrong information.
Okay.
But start that as quickly as you can. So start that tomorrow, if not today,
No,
because I'm going to give you 60 days, but that starts today. So
That is the reason we are came, because he don't taught the family what he
Yeah.
tried to do.
no, it's good that you're here because by virtue of you showing up, you're getting an extra month. If you wouldn't have been here, they would have asked for 30 days. I would have given them what they're asking for. So now you get an extra month, and that hopefully will be plenty of time for you to get it. But start now, because sometimes building permit applications are a process. You'll submit the application, the city will tell you that you're missing something or that you don't have the right plan or whatever. So start sooner rather than later so that you have the permit issued, because what's going to comply you out of code enforcement is getting that building permit issued. And then you can complete the work under the building permit, but you got to get the permit issued.
About what I needed for the permit, and I start to take the papers for filling
Okay,
out
so I'll
and
give
everything.
you
Oh, look.
the phone number to the permit supervisor, and she speaks Spanish. So call her first thing in the morning, okay?
We
All right.
start tomorrow morning.
But I would highly recommend that.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like me to hear, ma'am?
I hope everything going well, because it's not too big. It's only close the ports and the roofs or ceiling. I don't know what is the name.
Yeah,
of it.
it should be an
It's-
okay
it's-
thing to
it's
get
with the
permitted.
house.
Yeah.
You don't need doing. It's only close.
The sides,
ports,
yeah. And just keep in communication with the code enforcement officer. If you run into a hiccup, it's better to communicate with them than to not communicate, so that they don't know what's going on with your
Only for her,
property.
because I got to call anytime for doing an
Perfect.
Thank you so much,
And I'll send you something in the mail.
Candy.
All right, anything further from you, ma'am?
Excuse me?
Anything else?
No, that is the reason I am here, for help him, and I understand everything you say.
Okay, and I appreciate you being
for-
here.
for
Yeah,
your help, and we are going to doing the step by step, but the soon most as possible.
right, okay. Anything further from the city?
No, thank you.
Okay, very good. In case 1-24-10118, I'm going to enter the city's evidentiary case file as composite exhibit 1 without objection. I'm going to find, based on the documents in the case file, which include certified mails that have been signed for, as well as not signed for, but delivery confirmed. I think one was returned unsigned but returned, but there's delivery confirmation on both. I'm going to find that the city had good service for today's hearing. I'm going to find, based on the photographs in the case file, as well as the testimony here today, that the respondent's in violation of section 105.1 for the patio enclosure that has been done without a permit. I'm going to require a respondent to comply with that code section within 60 days, or a $50 a day fine will begin and be assessed each day thereafter. So make sure, as I said, make sure you have that permit issued by 60 days from today, so that you are out of code, because the fine will start immediately on day 61. So best of luck to you, and thanks for showing up today.
Okay, thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Thank you so much,
Bye-bye.
and I appreciate it.
And
Thank you so much for everything.
You're welcome. The last case we will hear is old business, item number 6, case number 3239721, Trafalgar at Green Acres, 6342 Forest Hill Boulevard, and it's for El Centenario Mexican Restaurant.
Your Honor, this was a case that we entered a stipulation for the extension of time. It was to run through March 1st of this year. I don't know if you remember this case. This is the restaurant within this plaza where they installed like kind of a mural.
I remember on the windows, the whole, I do remember that, yeah.
The city's trying to work with them. However, it looks like we're gonna need to do a text amendment, which the city wants to entertain because there's other opportunities for murals in the city that the city wants to entertain. So what we're basically doing is asking for another 90-day extension. because ideally, we can hope to have the code amended within the next 90 days. That would allow them to get through this.
Okay.
And if not, we'll bring it back in 90 days and potentially ask for another extension.
What form does that take here today?
I think we're just asking for a motion to
Yeah.
approve, and then we'll just document the case for the new compliance date. And we'll let them, we're in contact with the property owner or the tenant of this property to let them know it's been extended.
So essentially you're asking, was it a stipulation or was it an order that was entered?
It was a
Well, it was
stipulation way back.
stipulation, and then you entered an agreed order
Okay.
for the same. So we're just asking for the agreed order to be extended from March 1, 2024. I guess, to be fair, 120 days just to make sure, from March 1st.
There's a violation orders, okay. I don't see the stipulation in what I have. Do you have a stipulation?
I don't.
This is the stipulation.
It's the signed version. Yes.
That's just that I hand-delivered it, this one.
Okay, perfect. This is it.
So then we can just let them know the new date and that.
That'd be 90 days.
All right, so essentially what you just need is either an amended stipulation or an entirely new stipulation. What's your preference?
I think just an amended order to extend it.
Amended order to extend it,
Yeah.
okay. And did I hear you say 120 days rather than 90?
Yeah, we'll just do 100 since the original compliance date was March 1st, and we're already at March 27th. So really 90 days from March 1st is 120 days. That's my math.
120 days.
Don't get me going on math. All right, so then that'd be April, so that's June 1st, is that, or July 1st? Probably July 1st, let's see.
Let's just do July 1st.
Okay.
We gotta do a text amendment, you know.
July
It's gonna take a
1st.
little while.
Perfect.
All right, and I guess as it relates to service, they're gonna sign this eventually, so I guess I don't need a finding of service. They know that you're asking for this though today? Okay, and there was no objection? Okay. I presume not, because they're getting, they're getting more time, so they're in agreement with that.
Yes.
Okay. All right, anything further?
No.
All right, in case 3-23-9721, I guess for the sake of the record, I'll enter the city's evidentiary case file as well as the previous stipulation for extension of time into the record. I'll note that the respondent is not present, but that they've been communicated with regard to extending the compliance timeframe. I guess just for the record, from the code officer, the property remains in violation as of today. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So with that, I will find respondents continue to violate section 16-937A, and I'll grant the mutually agreed request for additional time, and I'll enter an amended order extending the time frame for compliance to July 1st, 2024. All right, anything further for the magistrate? With that, I'll adjourn the hearing at 3:50.